Hey everyone! Welcome to the Golden Eagles team. I'm your coach RHODA and this is our new distributors orientation program. You know guys, I would just like to let you know that I'm so excited that you're about to start in your new and incredible business adventure with us. Now let me just give you a quick rundown on this pool of adventure and on everything you need to know as you start this career with us. But before anything else, let me just ask you this question.
Are you coachable? Because if you're not, then everything I'm going to talk about on this video and everything that we've discussed over chats would all be useless. According to Zig Ziglar, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
On today's training, we're going to talk about the 7 must-have skills in network marketing. Skill number 1. Skill number 1 is your prospecting skill. Not everyone knows that prospecting is a skill that needs to be learned and developed, and I have some tips for you here as how you can get it organized. Here's your tip number 1. You need to make a prospect list. Start with 100 people you know. This could be your family, friends, relatives, colleagues, people you know in your community, church, schools, hospitals, supermarket, government offices, and different organizations and more. Just write everything down that comes to your mind, then categorize them to active and inactive later on. This will help you prioritize who you need to call and meet first. We start first on your active list. In analyzing which are active, simply think of the word man. Here we use man as your pre-qualifying reminder. M is for money, the capacity to buy your products, the capacity to buy a business package and become your distributor, or maybe a potential investor. A. For authority. Can the person decide, or he still need to ask for someone's approval? It's going to be a waste of time if the person you'll meet will still have to refer the matter to the decision maker or higher authority. You need to hit the nail right on the head to avoid wasting your time, money, and of course your effort. N is for need. Does the person has the need of your products, or the need to have an extra income, or probably the need to invest in the business? This part need is interesting because eventually you will learn by yourself how to create that need even if they don't need it at the moment. Now, for inactive, or should I say inactive list, set them aside first and could just work on it later. Now, just learn the skill of prospecting and you'll never run out of clients. Just imagine, if you add just 3 people a day on your prospect list, it would give you 1,095 prospects in a year. And with that number of prospects, let's say only 20% joined in, you still have over 200 distributors in your team. And those 200 distributors are going to have their own team too. Wow! You're going to have an empire if you will just consistently and seriously do your thing. But it's a skill that you must learn and develop. Skills, not luck. Good fortune is finding good prospects to share your products and your opportunity with. Skill number 2, the skill to invite. You know, your active list is all useless if you won't dare invite. Now, here are the tips I want to share with you. Invite professionally. Invite in such a way that you're not too pushy. Yes, with urgency and excitement, but not pushy, not scary, not intimidating, but friendly. Compliment your client. It's important to find something in your client to compliment about. Like, hey, I've heard about your projects about helping farmers, and you know, this is something I admired you about, and this is why I'm calling you. Or something like, hey, you're one of the nicest guy I know from the community, or like you have a good leadership, or anything you can find about them. It must be a sincere compliment. Well, actually, there are different types of inviting your prospects, like direct approach, indirect approach, third party approach, opinion approach, so forth and so on. But for this training, let me just give you two types of approaches that are most commonly used. First is direct approach. I have tried all the approaches, but for me, the best is direct approach. It works more for me. This means you are inviting them because you have an opportunity that you are working on, or because you have a solution to their problem. You invite them based on their needs, not based on what you want them to see. Let's say your product is health supplements and you have a friend who is struggling financially. If you invite them because you want to introduce health supplement, then it won't work. Invite them to see your business opportunity. And in case you have a friend who is having health concerns, invite them based on products that might help them, not the business. Invite based on what they want, not on what you want, okay? Don't invite blindly. Know what they want. Second way is the way we use to people we normally look up to, or with a higher level than we do. You can go tell them that you need their advice, opinion, help, and like telling them that you just got into something and you need their help and you just want to hear how you can do this more effectively. Remember, your objective here is for them to say yes to your invitation and not really their opinion. Just a little strategy, you know. But for me, just like what I've said, direct approach is more effective for me. Skill number 3. Skill number 3 is presentation. Number 1, one-on-one presentation. It's just you and your prospect. It could be formal or informal. It could be held on the coffee shop, in the garden, in their house, office, or anywhere you could present your business comfortably. Number 2, home meetings presentation. This is an exciting atmosphere with 10 to 20 people anxious to hear about the opportunity, and I believe this is the best way for a new distributors to launch their business. And if possible, let your sponsor or upline do the talking. Number 3, events presentation. These events are high energy and a great way to introduce your products and make a short product demonstration as well as your business opportunity. Number 4, CD or USB presentation. Just make a short introduction of yourself and the company that you represent, then play the video. Number 5, online presentation. Prospects can view your presentation at the comfort of their home. It can be done through YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, or personal website. Skill number 4. The fourth skill can make or break your MLM business. It's the closing skill. Closing is a simple process. Hey, I didn't say easy, I said it's a simple process. Your network marketing business will grow massive if you're competent in closing prospects. In fact, a good closer can overcome any mediocre or even a bad presentation. And to get your prospects pull the trigger and get them started, try these closing tips. Closing tip number 1. Do not attach yourself to the outcome. It's super important that you do not become emotionally attached to the outcome of your presentation and close. Don't take it personally. If the prospect says no, it's all right. Remember that if a person says no to you, they are not actually saying no to you, but they are saying no to the opportunity for themselves. They're the ones losing out. Again, some will join, some will not, and so what? Go to the next. Closing tip number 2. Assume they will say yes. It may seem like I am contradicting tip number 1, but I am not. I'm talking about the mindset here. You are not emotionally attached, but you go into every closing as if the answer will be yes, because by doing so, you will show confidence and optimism. Your prospects will sense the positive aura in you and will not feel any negative energy coming from you. This will give them more confidence from what you have presented. Closing tip number 3. Ask trial close questions. After your presentation, you want to ensure the prospect has all their questions answered, like, what did you think of the presentation? Or, do you have any more questions? Now, if there is no further questions, proceed to the application form. Get the pertinent data, ask for the signature, and finally, discuss the payment settlement. Closing tip number 4. Use your sponsor or upline. This is what commonly called as ABC rule. A for advisor, that's your upline or your sponsor. B for bridge, and that is you. And C for client. Your sponsor will benefit if you recruit, so they should be willing to help you close your prospect. You simply introduce your sponsor and the prospects and let your sponsor do the talking and allow your sponsor to close the prospect for you. Skill number 5, follow up. No matter how incredible your presentation is, if you fail to follow up, then it could be useless. Don't let it die by failing to follow up. It takes 4 to 6 exposures before finally someone gets to try. Follow-up plays a crucial role in this kind of business, but it's a broad topic and that I will just discuss it on our next training. Just one more tip before we end. On making your follow-up, don't be needy. You don't need them. Don't sound like you're begging. You're bringing an opportunity and value to them. Your success doesn't depend on that particular person. Remember, in network marketing, we are more like a farmers here than a hunters. We sow, we water, and we harvest. There's always time for everything. Some will join, some will not, and so what? Go for the next. There's 2 more skills that we need to talk about, but I think I will just discuss this on a separate training. That's setting goals and personal development.